Dave here, and this is episode 29 of the art review series. And today we're going to check out a pretty big time artist, WLOP, WLOP. I'm not sure what his actual name is. He doesn't mention it. Oh shit! Look at his likes on ArtStation. 18, and his followers is like 120,000. Fucking fuck. So yeah. By the way. He does have a Patreon, so I do suggest you go there. By the way, I will be linking all the links in the description below. He does have a Patreon. He also has a Gumroad. Although, I would suggest if you want to buy something, especially, well, if you're kind of poor and you just want to see like a process of his kind of a full-time process, maybe go for a Gumroad. But I would recommend you check out this Patreon. Because he does have some very interesting tiers, kind of levels of payment, right? Very cool. Yeah, so he does have a Patreon, he does have a Gumroad, and yes. So I will be checking out his. He also has a DeviantArt, but I will be focusing more on his ArtStation portfolio. He does have a few. Now I won't. Oh shit! This is actually one of my favorite pieces. The Guard. Oh yeah, he also has a YouTube channel, by the way. I'm pretty sure you've heard of this guy or seen his work. Very, very interesting, very awesome guy. And he does have a lot of videos again on his YouTube channel. And what's so cool about WLOP's work is, as you can see, he's very kind of bold and confident, especially with his strokes. And I think I was heavily and still am kind of heavily influenced by his painting style. Very, as you can see a lot of his strokes, the way he paints the reflections on this night. By the way, he does have a Ghost Blade comic. He does share it on his Patreon, so do check that out. And shit, and even when it comes to his paintings and illustrations, he does do a lot of storytelling. And I think he's pretty good with that. His painting style, very confident, very bold. He's not the clean type of painter, I would say. I do like this kind of work that he generally does. He's very good with the lighting. And for the skin, he loves using the soft brush to kind of make those nice gradients. Even here you can see the kind of red glow coming from the cape of this guy. And again, very nice storytelling. This is a princess and this is some kind of knight, kind of protecting her from the kind of angry kind of crowd, right? He does have a video of this on his YouTube channel, by the way. And yeah, if you just watch him paint, it's so interesting the way, because when he starts out his paintings, it's not as clean, a very kind of rough sketch, but eventually he builds it up to a point where it looks really defined. Now here he does, I think, use 3D. In the background you can actually see some of his painting, which is really cool. But he can do 3D and he does add it to his work. I've noticed that he does add more or play with kind of 3D programs, I guess. I'm not sure what he uses, but I did see in one of his process videos he did use SketchUp. But maybe he's using Blender as well or something. Not sure. But by the way, very nice back. She probably can do a few pull-ups, I would say, because you can see it's kind of well packed and a nice kind of dress. And he does love painting women, by the way. Usually very exquisite. This could actually be some kind of 3D model, and then he just painted over it, I think. Very interesting. And again, he loves showing off those very confident bold strokes. Maybe this is 3D, I'm not sure. I know the piano is 3D. But yeah. And he does have a kind of fashion style. He loves the kind of dresses and the kind of these sorts of ornaments. And you can see that in a lot of his work. I guess it's kind of in the world of Ghost Blade, I guess, because that's his kind of personal project. He does say in his ArtStation he is a hobbyist artist. Which is interesting because he is like one of the best artists out there, I would say. And again, look at the way he paints the knights. Very confident, very kind of impressionistic, which I do like. Even the background is kind of simple enough, but it does suggest the kind of the mood of the background environment, right? And I do like his tags, the Patreon kind of WLOP tag. I don't know, just very cool to see. Okay, and he does again, this is part of his Ghost Blade comic. So most of his characters are going to be in this kind of same fashion style, but he does love painting kind of silver, gold kinds of things. And I like the way he paints the reflections. He probably does this in its own layer. He does use quite a few layers in his kind of Photoshop painting process. And for a kind of complicated, that it's not that complicated, but I think it does help to manage his painting, right? And look how he leaves some of the parts just simple, and it's enough to kind of suggest what that thing is. Obviously these are steps. Obviously this is some kind of chair with some kind of ornament, and he hid everything essentially kind of in shadow in the back. He did make this kind of lighter. Obviously the focus is on these two babes, and oh, very raunchy. And if you see the way he sketches in the beginning, it's kind of, you wouldn't actually think he's a pro, and I do suggest you check out his YouTube channel. But as he keeps going, he just knows how to fucking paint, and he does use the soft brush a lot. I think, or I've seen him use it, and he can achieve this very skin-like, flesh-like kind of look, and it does look very natural in his work. Now, these are actually a few pieces that I haven't seen yet, so I just wanted to check it out. Okay, he can do environments, and you can see in the background he does use some soft brushes, and maybe some textured brushes, kind of opaque ones. Oh, my neck, sorry. This could actually be some kind of wallpaper, and again, it does have some very cool storytelling in it, right? Very nice feel. Same for this. I like the way he blurred this kind of squirrel thing. And again, he does add some storytelling to his work. And I think he knows how to manage a painting. For example, this chick is not super defined because this thing is meant to be an environment piece, right? It's the focus is not on this chick. She is part of the environment, but the focus is on the environment, right? The feel of it. And I think he does a good job of kind of managing those kinds of things. Yeah, I think this could actually be some kind of wallpaper, I think, for his Patreon again. Yeah, again, nice storytelling. Swans plus this angel babe. And look at the way he paints the wings. Kind of simple strokes. You can see kind of circle-like strokes, and he's pretty efficient in that way. Oof, very nice position. Oh, this could be a lion dragon thing, because of the hair. Obviously the bottom part is kind of blurred, but there are kind of wings on this thing, so I'm not sure what this is. This could be some kind of lion dragon thing. There's some kind of army in the back, part of the Ghost Blade comic. Almost all of his work is part of this comic thing. And again, he does love adding these sorts of ornaments. He does like lions a lot. And he does a good job of suggesting the kind of reflectiveness of this thing. Even if you're focusing on the kind of the face mask thing, look at those dots. It's just dribbles of paint, right? But it's kind of enough to suggest that this thing is a kind of see-through thing with some gold pieces kind of embedded on it. And he does love adding the kind of they're kind of weapons, fashionable weapons, as you can see. And look at the way he painted this reflection right here. Obviously there's some kind of sun from this side, right? And it's kind of reflecting on her kind of fashion equipment thing. Now this one is more of a stationary pose, just kind of just still, but it's more of a kind of a classical painting type of thing. Even the table is painted very well Very impressionistic, but it's kind of enough to suggest. And what's so cool about this work is he doesn't waste time going in too much into like getting things perfect. He paints enough, right? And again, the way he paints, for example, the hand, the skin, very kind of natural looking stuff. Although his faces are obviously stylized, it's a bit realistic in terms of rendering, right? Oh, I love that nose. And again, the ornaments, very cool. Even the crown is kept super simple, as you can see. He probably just painted the silhouette of the crown and then painted on top of it with a clipping mask to kind of get the reflections inside that silhouette. Very cool. And he spent most of his time, I guess, painting the face and some of the body, getting the hands right. Even the way he paints fabric, very smooth. He doesn't, again, look at the simplicity of his strokes. He doesn't waste too much time kind of going in. He's more of a big stroke kind of guy, you know? Yeah, and again, the skin. And I do love how it's not perfect, even if you zoom in, but it's so full of kind of life. Very interesting kind of violin, by the way. Very kind of conceptual. Oh, she's crying. Oh no. Oh no. And again, nice kind of fashion imprint on these on this dress, right? Oof. Again, more chicks. Very kind of elegant. Is that a kind of elvish ear? But yeah, very impressionistic, very dynamic. I think he does use some 3D in the background, or maybe that could be some kind of photo. But yeah, very dynamic pieces. Even this one, a lot of storytelling, and you can feel the mood of this kind of piece. Just kind of looking out onto her kind of kingdom and shit, and just I can even feel the wind. Very kind of it fits, right? The birds are kind of moving. You can see a lot of particles. Her dress, I think, behind her is moving. And obviously her hair is kind of moving. And it just feels like it's kind of windy. She's kind of on top of her, like she's in a balcony in one of her castles. Oh, one of her castles, in a castle, or inside her castle, right? Very cool. Oh, this one is her looking kind of above, kind of directly at you. Very interesting. Even the way he paints this kind of a tray with the kind of glass, very simple. And I do like the kind of focus of painting. He only focuses his painting more on, say, the face, right? So he doesn't waste time on everything else. He doesn't want to paint every single detail and the whole piece. He likes to suggest and kind of make you just fill in the gaps. And I do love seeing those strokes, and I think it does have an appeal where you can actually see the brush strokes. And oh, this one's, she does have some nice freckles. Wow, I can actually feel her looking at me. Hi. You're so hot. Now this one, oh, she does have elvish ears, right? Now this one does have an autumn feel because of the leaves. Yeah, and nice way of reflecting or suggesting the kind of the way the leaf kind of drops on the water and makes a kind of ripple effect. Very cool. Although for the feet, she's kind of angelic because she's not making much of a ripple, right? Now this one's not part, I guess, of Ghostblade, obviously, because, you know, it's kind of a modern kind of theme. She's on a bike, and but again, because of the way he paints, it still looks pretty cool. You can even see some of his strokes in the bike, right? And he does show off in that way. And the background is obviously painted. Very simple, but it gets the mood. And he's actually pretty good with simplifying the background to just he doesn't have a lot of hues in his work. For example, in the background, it's just a yellow and a blue, right? Yellow for the lighting and then blue for the rest. And of course the accent kind of pink for the bike. Very nice kind of again, nice storytelling, nice mood, nice feel. Very wallpaper-ish. Oh, so this lion is pretty big. Part of Ghostblade probably. And again, he likes to add these sorts of metal things, and the ornaments are there. Look at the way he adds the dots. That's pretty much it. He doesn't waste time again overpainting shit. Very efficient, and the storytelling is pretty cool. I mean, look at the way she's looking at you right now. Very kind of playful. Oh my god. And the lion is pretty cute. A big cat. And yeah, he does show off the strokes in some of the books in this kind of object. And I think he has enough experience with the fabrics to be able to paint the folds pretty well. And look at the way he indicated this kind of line right here, where the fabric kind of drops down, because this is some kind of bed or platform thing, right? And the way he paints the shadows, the kind of values in the skin, very natural looking. For example, in this part, the light source is from here, so it hits her boobs, right, and her belly part, and that's pretty much it. And it does hit the line a bit. Even this stroke right here, these two kind of strokes, he did not need to over render it, because this chick is obviously the center of attention, right? Oh my god. Again, look at the background. He does leave it simple as he goes further outside of the main subject. Very interesting pose. Oh, this hand looks pretty realistic. It almost looks like a photo to me. I love the hair. And again, he does love adding these sorts of metal things. Beautiful way of painting the skin. Now, thankfully, he did kind of put the foot just enough to kind of cover the package, right? Oh, look at the way he painted the butt. He separated the actual butt from the leg, because it does have a nice cut right here. And look at that kind of lighting, core shadow, and then the kind of lighting again. I think that helps with the naturalness. And if you kind of zoom out, it looks very realistic the way he paints the skin again. Oh, he didn't fix this part, but it's okay. That's the appeal of his work. He doesn't fix everything. It's more compact, and gosh, I love this piece. Nice. And even here you can see the kind of spacing in his brush, right? And the way he paints his characters, you can see his kind of boldness in the way he paints his characters. You can see it applied in his background as well. Very confident. He loves adding these sorts of petals or butterflies sometimes. Again, nice hair, kind of flowing thing going on. The legs though are kind of off to me, right? They're kind of too small. Still cool, still cool. Oh, this lion is actually smiling. Oh, would you look at that? And he does love adding those blur effects and the kind of particles and shit, or petals. Ghostblade. Oh, very nice piece. Look at the way he paints the sorts of she does have a makeup room. Wow. Oh my god. Very nice kind of concept. Her kind of fixing her lips up to be presentable. Very nice. Oh, look at those flat brush. I'm sorry. So look at those flat brushes in the kind of wall. Very simple way of painting. And obviously the focus is on this chick. He does paint the environment a bit in the kind of the environment behind her. You can see there are kind of a frame. There's a frame, a few tables and shit, and some kind of design shit. I see a lot of lions in our work, kind of lion themed shit. Oh, this is actually what I look like when I'm tired of painting. I look so angelic, and oh, she does have a knight kind of watching over her. Oh, look at that kind of big circle brush right here. Not very super defined, but again, there's this nice focus obviously on the chick, and it does help the eye kind of focus more on this. since this is the one that's most rendered, I guess. Oh, she's wearing lingerie. Wow. Sorry about that. Someone just texted me. Apologies. Look at that. Oh, so pretty. Oh, so two knights are apparently kind of watching her, I guess. Or watching over her. Or both. Oh, she does have some paint on her. And even the way he paints the pillows, he didn't spend too much time. You can see a lot of the strokes. Very suggestible, very impressionistic. I love it. And he does a good job with the softness of the skin, right? You can see that kind of nice cast shadow right here from the pillow, right? And then the part where the light kind of shines. Even the way he paints the clavicles, and this part right here where the shoulder kind of overlaps the top part of the chest. Well done. Magnifique. He does a few environments in his work. I think he does use 3D, but obviously he paints over it. You can see in the figures right below that he does paint them. Very cool. And again, he does simplify these environments to two, the blue and the yellow. Very simple, kind of. Not so he doesn't have a lot of hue variety in his work. He likes to keep it simple, I guess. And yeah, very cool stuff. Right, very cool. Okay, now here you can see the dress. Very simple. A lot of blurs actually. Obviously you're kind of looking at these two women from the kind of top view, right? And I love the kind of contrast. She does have black hair, black dress, white hair, white dress. Maybe they're sisters or something, or from different kingdoms. I'm not sure how or what the Ghost Blade thing is about, but very nice kind of contrast, right? First of all, the background, there's the kind of blue and yellow in the environment, and then for the actual characters, there's the kind of white chick and then the black chick, right? Again, nice way of presenting or simplifying the folds of this kind of cape and dress. And a lot of his characters are kind of very playful, I would say. Obviously very hot, but very playful. And for example, this one, he did a good job of painting that part where whenever you kind of press your skin on glass, it does have this effect. And I think he did a good job of doing that, even with the snake, but by the way, as you can see. And by doing that, you're suggesting obviously that there is some kind of glass, but you're also suggesting some kind of depth, because this part is closer and then the rest is kind of further back. So it's kind of foggy in that other side of the glass, but yeah, I like the way he blurred this part. Very kind of mysterious, and I think that's the appeal. I'm not sure if this is part of Ghost Blade. I love the way he painted the feathers, right? The feathers, right? He does use a few texture brushes for the glass, I would say. And again, very kind of mysterious. I love this kind of this is actually in one post in his art station, and I'm not sure what project this is part of. Oh shit. It says right here Ghost Blade. Oh my god, so dumb. You dumb. Okay. Oh yeah, very kind of cat themed stuff. Meow. He did add to that kind of pressing effect on the knees here. Not so much on this, maybe on the nose perhaps. And again, the ornaments, very interesting, and even the way he simplified the behinds of this lion, very blurred, very soft, and again very kind of mysterious, very lustful, I would say, or sensual. Oh no! Oh, there are dragons in this world. I love this position. Oh, he implanted the kind of dragon design onto her skin in terms of the or through the kind of tattoo. I love the figure, very kind of hourglass type. Nice feet. I do like the fact that he focuses more on chicks. He doesn't have a lot of dudes. If ever there are dudes, there are more. If they're not knights, they're kind of dead, kind of skeletons, right? So, yeah, I love his kind of world. Oh, look at that dress. You can see a lot of his brushstrokes, very powerful. Even with this kind of dress for this chick, very kind of solid type of circle brush, right? And then a lot of soft brushes. And even the floor I think is painted. He does have a video of this on his YouTube channel, so I do suggest you check out his time-lapse process. So this one is an interesting kind of portrait piece. Again, very playful. He loves adding those kinds of kind of based off of the claws of a lion or cat, I guess. Lots of ornaments. Very rich kid. Fuck. Now this one is a close-up of the design of the kind of shoulder padding. He does have some gold stuff on the mask. And look at the way he simplifies or he breaks down the kind of reflections of this kind of thing, right? Very nice. You can see a lot of his strokes, and there is an appeal to showing off your strokes for me, I guess. And I think it did influence me to kind of go the route of the impressionist than the kind of fine rendered paintings, right? Even his environments are very kind of dynamic, very impressionistic. And again, you can see a lot of his strokes. Yep. And very kind of storytelling, right? Lots of storytelling in his work. He does paint it. This one does look like Bane. I'm not sure how to do the accent of Bane. Oh. I will call horrible accent. I'm not gonna try it. I used to be able to do it, but shit. Fuck. I can't do it anymore. I think he does use 3D for the environment, right? I really want to do the Bane accent right now. Because I was watching the kind of cartoon, kind of Harley Quinn kind of thing. And then I do love Bane, the character of Bane in that kind of a series. Yep, environment concepts. Very simple design, but I think he does use 3D to kind of as a base, and then he paints everything else, right? Lots of kind of particles and glowing stuff, different views. The people are painted very simplified because obviously, as you can see, they're not the focus of the thing. It's more about the environment. And again, that's what I like about his work. He doesn't, bitch around, right? Focused, very efficient. Wow. Oh, he does have a few texture flat brushes here to help out with the folds of the dress. The way the hair is done, perfecto. A bit of the environment in the background. Very dynamic pose. She's kind of dancing, very kind of elegant. Even the way the dress is kind of flowing with her, very well done. Even the design, it's kind of a butterfly kind of effect. Lots of glowing stuff. Very interesting, right? Ooh. Now this one is kind of a keyframe, I would say. She's kind of flying, kind of an angel, right? Ooh, very nice kind of design for the kind of angel halo thing. She's obviously has some kind of armor in some areas. And again, look at the way he paints her leg. Lots of soft brushes, very kind of soft. And a nice way of painting the skin. And he complements that, or it's kind of complemented with his harsher, well, not harsher, but more bold, harder edged strokes when it comes to the wings and the armor. And you can see a lot of it. He doesn't hide it, right? And even the crowd is very kept simple, very just suggested, right? The building, The hair, very flowy. Look at that kind of dynamic stroke. Very kind of sketchy but kind of full. His paintings still look like paintings because there's a lot of storytelling. Very good painting impressionistic technique where he can kind of simplify an entire thing with just one stroke, right? Very efficient way of painting. So yeah. This one actually reminded me of the work of Evan Lee, because Evan Lee has one piece where there was a kind of demon, I guess, and there were a lot of skulls. But for Evan Lee, he did have like a lot of kind of chicks kind of lusting over him, I guess. This one does have a little more despair and sadness to it. She's obviously crying. Oh, maybe her wings were taken away? I would think so. And it's kind of sad, right? Very kind of dark. And again, very nice storytelling. Okay. So this is the pose. Yeah, it's the pose. Look at the background. You can see a lot of the strokes. And this dash of white is obviously where the window is. This could be some kind of curtain in the background. And he did add, again, there's some kind of storytelling. Just kind of playing, she's kind of playing with the lion cubs, and this lion is pulling her, her bra, I guess. Oh, bad. Yeah. Oh, the lions have wings. Oh, okay, so the one we saw kind of early on was the lion that did have kind of dragon wings. Okay. And again, look at the way he paints the ornaments. He does have kind of the same color scheme that he keeps going back to, right? I love the way he painted it back. Wonderful arc. Nice kind of cast shadow, very sharp, you can see right here. And then it goes soft in this area. And then it goes lighter because of the reflection going on to the... We're coming from this kind of bed and then reflecting back on the skin. So light, dark, and then slightly light. Very nice touch. Oh, nice folds again. Fabric kind of painting work. Simplified the bed very much. Nice piece. Environment. Oh, nice sunset. Very simplified, but it does get the mood across. Now she's obviously kind of contemplating about something, right? Again, it does have storytelling. Oh, he does have a video of this on his YouTube channel. He did use SketchUp, I believe. And then he painted on top of that kind of base. Oh, look at the way he simplified the dress in this part. Again, he likes to show off his strokes. And then he focuses more of his painting on the body and the face. Even more the face. So I'm not sure if the knights are coming to protect her from the crowd. Oh, you can see some blood on where her wings would be. Oh, pain. And again, he did suggest some kind of design for the buildings and even the kind of capital part of the building. Because in kind of Greek architecture, the top part is obviously the capital, right? Shit, I forgot the rest. Some kind of Corinthian type of design. It's kind of a mixed design. Greek and Roman type. And it does have some gothic elements in the background. In the kind of archways. The kind of pointed apex on the top. Very interesting. He likes to combine all sorts of things together. Last piece we're going to review in his work. This one, I think I chose this because he did show some of his sketches, and I think this is part of his kind of teaching us what the design is of this kind of foot design thing, or this kind of shoe. Very interesting. I love the kind of claws and shit. This could be some kind of weapon, right? It does remind me of Edward Scissorhands, right? Edward Scissorhands? Is that his name? Fuck. And yeah. Look at the way he simplified the reflections again. Nice kind of dashes of light. Obviously done in its own layer, and then he kind of painted within that kind of silhouette to paint in the kind of lighting effects and reflection effects. And you can see a lot of his strokes. It gets harder when you look at the skin, as you can see with her body, because obviously a lot of soft brushes are involved. But I'm going to, if you check out his process, he does, I guess it's kind of painting the same way, very kind of efficiently, with the hard brushes and the soft brushes for the skin. So that's it for this video of WLOP Art Review episode 29. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please follow WLOP on ArtStation. I did follow him right here. Check out his YouTube channel to check out this process. If you want to see more of his work, I suggest you head to Patreon or Gumroad to check out his work and buy something, or support him on Patreon. Thank you for watching. Keep painting and stay free.